How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Sunnier here. We're back recording episode 10, baby. We're in the double digits. We're back. Today is a big day. We're going to be able to officially call our super smelter complete. We're making a new farm. As I'm sure you can tell by the title, we're building a kelp farm. This is going to be my fuel from now on. Automatic kelp farms are the best. There's a ton of different things we're going to get out of this. I'm going to use an auto crafter for the first time ever. We're going to have an XP farm from it. If you don't know how that works, you'll see it in a little bit. I'm so excited. So my plan is I'm going to build the farm underground over here and make a minecart that'll roll back and forth. Uh, or no, I'm probably just a hopper, actually. Some hoppers that'll roll all the way over here. Uh, and then it'll go into a double chest, and I'll just leave it there. I'm gonna have a minecart set up that if I need fuel, the minecart will roll on over there, pick them up, roll back, drop them off, and do that over and over again. I just don't want it running at all times. I made some changes since the last episode. I built this, so I realized how fast this thing is. It cooks everything so fast. I put 8 stacks of stuff in here. It takes 30 seconds. It's amazing. The only thing that takes a while is this minecart hopper here rolling and picking everything up. So I built this up here. I'll explain that in a second. So the first thing that I did is it takes any item that's in the chest before it rolls off. So that's pretty easy. I built it. This is really big. It's stupid. I didn't put a ton of work into it. I tried to make it small, and I had an issue of it just powering itself over and over again. So I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna do it this way. So the comparator sees if there's anything in the chest, sends a signal out. The signal rolls around. This redstone torch powers uh, the 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 rail whenever there's nothing in the chest. If there is, oh, that's an accident. If there is, it turns off. Everything has to be picked up by the hopper, and once it is, it turns back on and takes back off. It's pretty easy. It's just a comparator and a repeater. The signal goes into this block, turning the torch off, which turns the power off. That's pretty easy. The only one that's like kind of difficult was the one up here. I wanted a minecart unloader that I could turn on and off with just a lever, rather than having it go over and over again. So I kind of used two different things here. The first thing is when this minecart hopper rolls by, something goes into this hopper, and that hopper gets picked up by the comparator, gives this signal that turns this redstone torch off. Similar to that. Here, I'm going to pretend this isn't here, alright? Pretend that's not here. So if there is something, this redstone signal gets turned off and this redstone comes by. I put this target block here to force the signal to go over here. Otherwise, I'd have to like send the signal way over this way. I have to extend it a whole lot. This just makes it a lot easier. It's cheap. It's nice. What this does, it's a sticky piston. If I flick it on, it blocks the signal to turn this off like forever. So it'll be off no matter what. So basically, this thing unloads everything into the chest before it takes back off that it has. So if I put like a ton of stuff in there and it picks up a stack of it, it'll empty the whole stack before it, goes. The only issue I can think of is if the double chest has 5 stacks or more of stuff in it, like hypothetically I forgot to turn that off, then it wouldn't take off. I don't think that'll ever happen. If it does, I can counteract that pretty easily just by doing something similar that is done in the redstone up here for the loader. I can do this right here the way that this power makes it take off. If it has enough stuff in it, I can do the exact same thing to if the minecart's full, it can take off. That'd be pretty easy. All I have to do is build this, but simpler. So I don't think it'll ever happen. If it starts happening occasionally, I might build it. But for right now, I'm going to leave it like this. It's a lot smaller. I kind of like it. I like the redstone being visible, so I'm just going to leave it visible. Okay, so I was thinking about just putting the ladder down here. I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to get a lot more wood and make some ladders. I'm actually gonna go grab that right now. I want to go down like enough to where the hoppers will fit right underneath the water and whatnot. Just I think it'd be great to just be able to send it right underneath and straight to where it needs to go. So I'm gonna go get some wood. I don't feel like getting out of the chest. I don't need that many. Okay, this is gonna need to be like a 20 by like 6 by 15 hole. I think 15 high is gonna be just fine. But 20 by 5, oh my goodness, this is not gonna be fun. Okay, this is a 20 by 5 by 2. We have to make this a by 15. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost count. I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna go all the way up to 15 and then just start digging down. I don't know if I showed it or not, but there's this huge water cave right above me, which is gonna be annoying. Like, very annoying. This should be all that I need. So, it's gonna be like, I don't know. Okay. It should be like this. And this is where the kelp will sit. Which means I put a block like this. Okay, I got it now. It's just gonna be like a little staircase for right here. But this is the only area that is gonna be like that. Now I go piston. I don't know why I'm crouching. Pistons all the way across like this. And then observers go on top of that. So it'll be like this. Okay. Okay, and now we'll go blocks here. And this is where the redstone will go. Oh, I'm extending this out too far. Oops. It just goes like this instead. This is going out too far. The blocks go on the sides like this. But now we take some redstone and we just place it like this. And if you don't know how this works, observers send out a one-tick pulse that when something grows, they all shoot. It'll take out anything in the lane because it's like a circle. It'll like power the redstone that powers this, and when this is powered, it powers that, which it's kind of hard to explain, but it's pretty easy. And now the rest of the kelp will be planted on the observers. So all we need to do with the cobblestone is this redstone part. So we go blocks here. I've moved it back a bit, and now I'm just making sure I've got a wall here as I go up. We're just gonna go ahead and keep, I want to build it all the way up to 4 levels. It shouldn't be too tall. It'll be nice. It's like 64 different plants of it, if that makes any sense. 64 different spots for it to be planted. It'll just expand and grow. It should be great. So I'm just gonna keep going. I've got one more level to build. I'm just making sure that there's a wall here, that it doesn't go off to the side or anything at all. So it should be good, but just making sure it doesn't ever go too far. That if it shoots off, I might have to make a wall that it doesn't fly to the side. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to make sure I get this all taken care of first. Okay, there we go. We've got it all up here. The next thing I think I'm gonna do is I want to take care of the hoppers. And now I'm wondering, where do I put those? I think I might replace that cobblestone there with them. No, because the water will push it. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Hang on, give me a second. Okay, now we can add the hoppers. I'm just going to flow them down here like this. The kelp should... Oh, wait. I'm going to have to put them over one. Just because the water's going to expand. I'm just now realizing that. Okay, well, I dug this like the perfect size. Isn't that great? Okay, so they're going to go like this. just so I can access it, I'm gonna put a door here just so I have access, even though I don't really have any intention to go in there. If I ever want to or need to for whatever reason, I'll have the door to do it. Outside of that, I gotta build all the way on up to the top here, like that. And I can access it from up here too. I can look over it. It should be fine. I've got the torches. I don't need to worry about mob spawning or anything. Now I guess I just need to build this one all the way up to the top too. No, these are not infinite water sources. If you remove one of them, it will, like, it's not a solid source. So you have to take these one at a time and you know, fill them in over and over. So it should not be such a big deal, but you know, just make sure you do that one at a time. Oh, look at that. Okay, so as they grow, it'll expand the water. That's just fine. That's what you kind of want to have happen anyway. I need one more sign. It'll grow. It'll get big enough to where that'll spread by itself. Did it give me kelp already? Oh my gosh, look at that. It's growing fast, man. We're getting this all taken care of. So it'll grow by itself and eventually spread, which is just fine. I'm going to leave it like that for now. I'll fill them in by myself if I need to. I need to go ahead and after this, once I get these signs down, we are going to make the smoker, which is going to automatically cook down the kelp. At first, I'm going to put a bunch of coal or charcoal in it for now, but eventually I'm going to make a filter system that takes like a stack of kelp and just make sure that there's a stack of kelp or you know, kelp blocks in the furnace by itself. That way I don't have to worry about, you know, putting more and more fuel in it by like manually. It'll happen automatically. Okay, well there's a ton of water over there, so I'm gonna do the whole, you know, smelting thing and crafting thing here, and then I'll send it off through the water just so I don't have to come, whenever I have to come do like any checks or anything, I don't have to worry about that later. So I'm gonna need, let's see, a few more hoppers, like 10 of them for the whole smelting thing. A smoker, an auto crafter, and I guess a lot more hoppers. Okay, let me go get some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go smoker here, hopper, hopper. This is where the fuel will go, into that barrel. And eventually I'll make something to have the kelp flow into that as well. We've got to make a hopper flow right there. I am wondering if I should make it so a certain amount of kelp goes in here before it starts smelting, just to make sure that there's, you know, enough. Okay, and now crafter, how do you work? Okay, wherever I place it is where it goes. Alright, and then I can send the hoppers that way. This should work. So if oh, can you use dried kelp blocks in a smoker? Yes, you can use dried kelp as fuel in smokers, furnaces, and blast furnaces. That's awesome. Okay. Well, oh my gosh, there's more than there was before. Okay. Well, that should be good. I guess I can go ahead and start just digging away this way. And hopefully Oh, I should check coords for where I need to get to. Okay, despite how annoying it's gonna be, I think I'm gonna have to set up a similar thing to what I have set up in my base to prevent like a hopper taking off, or like a minecart hopper from taking off until it has a certain amount of items in it, which is gonna be annoying, but I kind of need to do it. So I guess I'm gonna build one of those, and oh, that's the perfect amount. That's insane. There we go. Too bad I'm gonna need more now. Oh well. Give me a second. This is gonna be annoying. Okay, this one's done. I'm beginning to memorize these, man. The question now is, how much do I want the minecart hopper to have in it? Now, I need to make an unloader. Okay, I'm almost there, man. I'm just so excited to have this finished. Oh, I need one more than that. Okay. I'm so ready to just not have to ever come back down here ever again, you know? It's just not an entertaining thing to just, build the same thing over and over again. It was cool the first few times I did this, but, not anymore. So, that should be that. Now, oh boy. Do I do the whole minecart hopper thing again? No, I'm not. I'll do the minecart hopper to drop off the finished stuff to over here. I've got a lot of hoppers to where it'll be okay. So, now I have to set up the whole, the whole smoker and crafter thing again, because the minecart stuff should be done now. How this is gonna work: we put any fuel we need right there. It'll be coal for now, but eventually I'll get a setup to where we'll have the other stuff just flow into this. That's why we got it all built and set up like this. Now, I need a minecart with a hopper in it. Okay. Actually, I need 2 of these. I'm just now realizing. Should be good. Man. Alright, one of these goes here. It'll just bounce back and forth. One of these goes here. Should hopefully not take off. Okay, well, it did. That's enough. It's got enough in it. The question I'm thinking about is whether or not it's gonna go if it doesn't have enough in it or not. That's what I'm thinking about. This is good so far. If I put all this kelp in here, will the minecart hopper take off too early? That's the question. Obviously, it should go one more time. At least. Probably twice, honestly. Will it, hypothetically, if it only gets like 15, will it stay here or not? That's the question. That's what I'm a little bit worried about. It's just gonna go back and forth for now until it gets something in it. So what if I put 21 andesite? That's gonna just flow into this. It will. That's not good. Alright, I got something to mess with. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna make this a lot more simple, because at the moment, I've got it pretty complicated. And I don't want it to be so complicated, so I'm gonna make it simpler. I need to move this over, don't I? Uh-oh, I didn't think of that. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, there we go. So, the plan is, rather than making this all, I'm gonna make the hopper minecart just fill up all the way, and I'm also going to make it so there's a certain amount of kelp that it needs, and I'm gonna use like a item filter up here instead, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna need that there and that there, and I'm gonna put that there, and now I just need a piston. So the way this one is going to work is, rather than making the whole that's almost backwards, rather than making the hopper like empty the chest, I'm gonna make it so the hopper has to fill, if that makes sense. So there's a bunch of stuff here that it needs to pick up. This thing's gonna roll on over here. Oh shoot, I need a wall there. Oh wait, no, that's where the chest goes. Duh. Okay. So, rather than making it, filter it the other way, I want to have it... Oh, I need to put that as a hopper, not a chest, don't I? Okay. That's not bad. Okay, hang on. This should stay right there until it gets filled up all the way before it takes off again. And we've got tons of hoppers, so it does not matter that there's not a chest at all. You can kind of see how this is going. And then that thing has to empty before it can take back off. What I'm going to do, I think, to prevent it from just needing to be filled all the way, I'm going to make an item sorter over there and make it so all it needs is like 2.5 stacks or something of kelp rather than 5 stacks, because otherwise it's not going to make it very fast. It'll be a slow process. I just want this to be efficient. Although that works instead. I think I might just leave it like this. I think the barrel works. I was gonna make it like a torch instead and just make it fill, but then I don't have to do the item sorter. The thing I am worried about is, earlier I had gotten a squid, so there was squid ink in there. That prevented the whole item sorter from working, and I don't want that to happen. That's what I'm a little afraid of. But if that does happen, I don't think ink sacs can go into the smoker anyway. Can I put this in here? I can. Oh no. Okay, that would cause an issue. So maybe I do make the item sorter just in case. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and get this all set up now. So my new plan, I'm gonna use almost like an item sorter here. This is gonna pick up a ton of kelp with it. It's gonna come by, and it's gonna go into this dropper. The dropper will shoot out into a set of like flowing water, and it's gonna flow by. I'm gonna wait till it flows a little bit just so it doesn't like shoot over a hopper. I want it to like at least flatten out. I'm trying to wait on this all to smelt so I can remove some of this. Just now realizing that that's just not gonna work, but whatever. The whole plan is to have it flow out, and I'm gonna make an item sorter, one for the dried kelp and one that just is for anything other than dried kelp. So it'll filter the dried kelp out. Everything else will just stay in the chest. So if I like hypothetically were to die, all my stuff would go into a chest back here, and the kelp would continue just taking off. So give me a second. I'm gonna get that all built. It should not take too long. Okay, I'm getting this all sorted out. So this right here, just to explain, I'm making this. I need to turn this on. That's temporary, just for the record. This is just gonna run back and forth until something rolls up, and like this minecart hopper that has stuff to drop off. It'll turn off the rail until it's empty. The rail filters into this dropper. The dropper is going to shoot it out. I'm gonna have the dropper on a clock that I haven't set up yet, but I'm gonna set that up here in a second. It'll drop everything. Items come by. This item hopper is going to be set up in order to have just kelp in it. So what I can do is let's see, a block that's gonna come, never gonna come through here. Probably, I don't want to do andesite because that'll probably happen. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I got a new love for target blocks, and look at that. Everything's rolling over the kelp one and just going into this one instead. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about this right now. I think I know what I'm going to do. You'll see it here in a second, but I need to go get myself all cleaned up. My inventory's full. I got to gather some more stuff. So, I'm going to get this running. And let this, like, filter out the rest of this stuff. Let me put that back. And it should be all good. Okay, the last thing I want to do, and probably the most simple thing out of all of this that I want to do, is I just want to have all the fuel come on up here, and I'll be able to have it, like, distributed in different spots. So I'm going to dig out this area, and down there is where it all is. I'm going to have to get rid of a hopper, but that's fine. It's not a big deal at all. And I'll build up a water elevator right there, which, funny enough, I'm going to need some kelp for. Okay, I'm about to make this unnecessarily complicated. There's definitely an easier way to do this. I can't think of it off the top of my head. So, I'm going to make this way more complicated for fun. Okay. Redstone all the way around like this. There's definitely an easier way to do this, but I am just tired of this, so I can't think of it. We go repeater, repeater, like that. There we go. Okay, I don't want you on yet. Dang. Okay, we're up to the top. What I want to have happen is I need to make this look decent. Okay, how do I make this look decent? Okay, here we go. We got chest there, sign there. We can take the water now, put it right there. And now, what we do is we take kelp. We gotta go all the way down to the bottom. Hopefully we don't drown. Although, as I say that, I'm realizing now that we might. And we place some kelp all the way up to the top. Please don't drown. Okay, there we go. All the way up. And now we just break it again. So what that did, it made every block a source block. And now, hopefully... Yes, there we go. Look at that. That's awesome. And what we can do now is go ahead and put a roof over top of it. Any block that goes, or any item that comes shooting up will stay up. Now I just got to go back down and turn that clock on, and we should be all set. Boom. There we go. Now, the hope is if we check this back in a little bit, it'll have 17 or 18 or something. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, I ran over, grabbed some stuff. I'm running back. There should be more than what was in here if this worked. That's more. It was at 17, wasn't it? I think that's more. Okay, 19. Now I know if it has a 2 in it, then it's more. I don't remember very well. So that's the issue. Is that I can't remember it. Hopefully, yes, we have, but I'm not sure yet. So I'll know if it has a 2 in the name. I got so much lapis. I gotta start making blocks. Okay. Boom! Look at that. Look at that. We're good, man. We've got a source of fuel now. And what I can do is chuck that thing right there. And that will distribute it out evenly amongst all the furnaces. Okay, we've got this thing all finally set up. Look, it's waiting till it has enough in it before it can take off and distribute it. I love that. It works great. The only thing, I guess, I have to say is that this smoker will run out of fuel eventually. And in order to prevent that, what I believe I will do is set up a chest right next to where the rest of it comes in, and the chest will literally go through like a stack of hoppers, and the hoppers will all flow right in here. So whenever I want, I can just take a stack of the fuel that I have in that chest and just throw it in there. I'll have it all set up however I want, and you know, whenever I want it to, it will just shoot a whole bunch more fuel right back at this smoker. That's the idea, at least. So hopefully we'll have this all set up and good by the time I start recording the next episode. Because I'm going to work on this for a little bit longer, but just so you know what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to make sure that we'll have the kelp be able to be fueled from my base. The other thing I love about this, by the way, is if I put like a lever right here, whenever I want, I can stop this thing from smelting kelp, and I can just take it, and I will get all the XP from all the kelp that it's collected and smelted, and it would be so awesome. It should work out great. That's the plan. But it's not going to happen anytime soon that I need a ton of XP and this thing can provide it. It's got a lot more to smelt before that happens. But outside of that, it should all be good. You just heard the pistons fire, and look. Now we've got more kelp just flowing in. This is going to be great, man. I'm so happy we got this all built. So this will be my source of fuel from now on for the rest of the playthrough. It's gonna be great. So, stay tuned. When I've got this all finished, by the end of the next episode, I'll have it all shown off, or hopefully by the beginning of the next episode, I'll have it all finished and shown off, and it'll be great. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video, or at least find it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like if you made it this far, comment why didn't you give us something to comment? If you haven't seen the other videos, I always ask the people that make it this far to comment something, and I do not often get them. It'll be funny, because if, you know, you did make it this far, some people might be confused, you know, as to why you'd say that, and they'd go back and look, and then it'd just be me telling you to comment that. It'd be funny if it happens. But again, thanks again so much for watching. Hope you found this helpful. Leave a like, subscribe. I've got other videos a part of this series. If you haven't seen those, make sure you go watch them. And yeah, see you all in the next one. Bye. Oh my gosh.